And what is dual enrollment exactly? Well, the answer is pretty straightforward. Dual enrollment is a college course that a student can take while they're still in high school and also get high school credit. So it's dual credit, both college and high school, before a student ever graduates from high school. And what's even better here at Virginia Highlands is you can save a lot of money for the student and by extension the student's family by participating in dual credit here at Virginia Highlands. And we'll talk more about that tonight. So, Pat, let me go back to you. Tell me about the high schools. Who in our area, which high schools participate in dual enrollment with us?
Okay, we have Virginia High School. We also have Abingdon, John Battle, Patrick Henry, Holston, Chilhowie, and Northwood. We also have Cornerstone Christian Academy that participates in dual enrollment as well. But we also, in addition to our traditional high schools, we also have Smith Career and Tech and the Neff Center here in Washington County. And we also have a very good population of our homeschool population that we are thrilled that we can help serve, and private schools as well as concurrent high school students.
Well, Pat, it sounds like any high school student in our area can take advantage of an early head start in college education by participating with us in dual enrollment. That's amazing. So let's maybe cut right to the next question. When can students start in dual enrollment?
Traditionally, kids start dual enrollment in the 11th or 12th grade years. However, we do have some exceptional students that do start in the 10th grade. They have to get special permission from their principals to start in the 10th grade.
Okay. And so is it open to everybody? Who gets to take it? Who gets to participate?
You know, that's the great thing about dual enrollment that we provide, is that any student can do dual enrollment because we have the students that are on the vocational track that can get quite a few dual enrollment opportunities at the career and tech centers, but then also those kids who are looking at a 4-year college have a great opportunity through the academics. So absolutely any student can participate in dual enrollment.
I love that. And I love that we are able, as a community college, to provide that valuable dual enrollment for students that want to go straight out into the workforce in one of our amazing career and technical education programs, or if you're thinking about transferring on to a 4-year university, and you're going to meet a student who did just that in a little bit. But if you're thinking about going on to a 4-year university, you can take dual enrollment from Virginia Highlands and take those college credits with you. So no matter what your career plans or your college plans are, dual enrollment could be a great place to start. Let's talk a little bit more about that saving big aspect for parents and families.
Well, they absolutely can save big by doing dual enrollment. The plan is the key. So kids need to really start thinking about what they want their high school to look like and what they want their college to look like. So that's something that they need to start preparing for. And that is very easily done by just communicating with their school counselors, which I highly recommend. They are the frontline people inside those high schools to sit down and have a conversation and definitely think about dual enrollment. The other thing that students can also do is think about the community college after high school. That's another way to save some good money. And with our guaranteed admissions agreements that we have with the Virginia public schools and most of the private schools, being a transfer from Virginia Highlands is always a terrific way to go. You're saving a lot of money, but you've got the guaranteed admissions as well. So definitely dual enrollment is the way to go with that. But I tell you, let's just take a look at what a great savings it will be by just taking a look at this graph. If you consider taking a class that is very popular among high school kids, and that is English 111, which is the beginning English for a freshman college student. English 111 is a 3 credit hour class. If you are a dual enrollment student in most of our high schools, you will never pay more than $7 a semester hour. So that 3 credit hour class at the high school is going to cost you $21 out of pocket.
Wow. Wow.
$21. If you were to take that same class at Virginia Highlands after graduation, that class is going to cost you $471, which is still not a bad price when you compare to that same class at a 4-year public school. So that is your Virginia Techs, your Radfords, your UVAs. That same class that you paid $21 for in high school, you're now paying $1,239. And if you go to a private school, then that jumps up to $1,800,
That's
almost
incredible.
$1,900.
Wow.
So this is a great illustration of what dual enrollment can do, not only getting you ahead academically, but getting you ahead financially as well.
Well, what about for homeschooling parents? You mentioned earlier that they can participate.
Absolutely. Thanks to this college, and I have to give out a big thank you to Virginia Highlands. This year, we have been able to offer the Forward Thinking Scholarship to our homeschooled students, our private school students, and also public ed students that are wanting to do concurrent education. And what concurrent education means is that any course that you take outside of your high school schedule. So if you have a student that wants to take a night class or a weekend class or a summer class, this Forward Thinking Scholarship would be something that they could utilize. So what the Forward Thinking Scholarship is, takes that regularly priced class, which at Virginia Highlands we charge $157 per credit hour. That student now can take that same class for $67 a credit hour. So how that makes a difference is that a 3 credit hour class at Virginia Highlands is $471. With the Forward Thinking Scholarship, it's $200.
So let's talk about that part too, and how those credits that we've been talking about, that learning, that instruction, the classes we've taken, let's talk about how valuable they are. Once you've earned those credits, where can I go with those things? What's your experience, Pat, as it relates to the transferability or the portability of those college classes?
Well, our students experience incredible success with dual enrollment transferring to other schools. Let's take a look at Will Price. Will is a student at UVA where he is currently on the cheering squad, and he graduated from John Battle, and he earned 60 college credits while in high school at John Battle.
Wow.
Then he attended Virginia Highlands Community College, where he earned another 30 credits. And then he transferred seamlessly to UVA, 90 college credits.
That's
so
wonderful.
You're thinking,
yeah.
90 college credits. That's amazing.
Amazing.
The key to transfer credit is actually talking to your high school counselors. It's letting them know what your academic and career plans are, and then also working with our advisors here, because we have fabulous advisors here at the college that when you know where you're wanting to transfer to, we need to make sure that what the courses you're taking in the high school are going to transfer. So that is a great avenue. Will was very careful about what selections he took while he was in high school and what he took when he was here at Virginia Highlands. And thanks to Michael McBride, one of our academic advisors, he was set up beautifully and was able to make that transfer to UVA without any issues at all.
That's fantastic. And I'm so glad you brought up another important part of this whole process and partnership, and that's our high school counselors, who do a fantastic job of connecting those students in the right places. And now, Pat, don't sell yourself short. You do a wonderful job on our side of the table, making sure that students are connected in the right way. I've heard you talking to high school students and their parents, and you ask those great questions too. It makes a huge difference in providing that support. Now, you were talking about Will a minute ago. You said Will finished 60 college credits while he was still in high school. You know, that's almost a whole degree, or it is a whole degree.
Mm-hmm.
Can a student earn a whole college degree or certificate while they're still in high school?
They sure can. A few years ago, we have now been given the option of offering high school students the option of getting their general studies certificate, which is a 33 credit certificate. It also equates to being about the first year of college. Or they can also do the associate's degree, which is a 63 credit diploma. Now, the great thing about the associate's degree is that we generally use the general education associate's degree for those students that know they're going to go to a 4-year college, but they're maybe not quite sure what they want to major in yet. But if we have students that are definitely sure what they're wanting to do, there's a young man at Abingdon High School this year that knows he wants to go into engineering. So this year he will graduate from Abingdon with an associate's degree in science because he wants to do the engineering.
Fantastic.
We are working with this young man so that he can get the supervised study that he is needing for that degree this next semester. So he will actually be working with our engineer instructor here. So we're trying to help bridge. There's a possibility that if he had wanted to or does want to, he could come to Virginia Highlands and finish up some engineering here.
That's right,
and then transfer all of that to Virginia Tech based on our partnership with Virginia Tech.
Fantastic.
We have, you talk about amazing. We have John Battle this year is going to graduate probably 6 or 7 students this spring with an associate's degree just from that one high school. So we have some extremely motivated students who want to do that.
Well, kudos to those students who work that hard. That's incredible. We have learned a lot tonight about dual enrollment, Pat. Any final thoughts from you?
Yes, I would just like to say the most important thing are for students to share their thoughts, their goals, and yes, their dreams with their school counselors. But there's another group of people that we have not mentioned tonight that I think that we need to mention, and that is our career coaches. And each of our high schools have a career coach. And these are individuals that are hired by their employees of Virginia Highlands. However, they are there to help students get from high school to somewhere. And we would love them to come to Virginia Highlands, but these folk help with college applications. They help do financial aid. They help with career exploration. They work terrifically well with the group up here at the college to get them to where they need to be. And I would just like to introduce them, if I could just take a second to do that. At Abingdon High School, it's Karen Reed. At Patrick Henry High School in Holston, at the current time, it is Buford Wright. Mr. Wright has been a trooper because he's been juggling 2 schools this fall with the pandemic, but that will change soon, and he will stay at Holston, and we will have a career coach at Patrick Henry. Chilhowie is Sanja Widener. At John Battle, it's Marissa Monk. At Northwood, it's Randall Roberts. And at Virginia High School, it is Joe Hutton. So I encourage students and parents to get to know the career coaches because they are a tremendous asset. And they work very, very well with the school counselors. So I do encourage you as students to get in touch with any of these people, the school counselors or career coaches. And certainly I am always available. I love working with families and students about their plans. And If you're going for the associate's degree or would like to have a conversation about that, definitely you and I they need to talk to me, and we will sit down. We can do that Zoom, or we can do it here with masks on. So
You bet.
we're happy to meet you in any way that we possibly
Pat,
can.
thank you. Pat Farmer, you're just amazing. And I've seen you work with students, with their parents, with the school counselors, with the success coaches and the whole crew. Keeping it all those plates spinning and everybody in balance is an amazing feat, Pat. I'm so grateful for you, your wisdom and your experience, most of all for your care for our students here at Virginia Highlands and their families.